Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and it's time for another Bayview review. Today we're going to be talking about Devil in the Woods. But before I get into my review, I wanted to take the time to thank Bayview Entertainment for sending me this copy to review for you guys. They pretty much have something for every taste. Their catalog is massive. I'm going to put the links to their official website, their YouTube channel, and their Facebook page in the description box. Definitely check them out. Devil in the Woods is a 2021 film that runs approximately 72 minutes and is written and directed by Terrence Elliott. And he goes by T.S. Eliot, which I always thought was an author. But let's see, he was responsible for Harvest of the Dead Halloween Night, which sounds like a fun one. Now, this stars Olas Carter as Officer West. He was in Dovetail and Harvest of the Dead, Halloween Night, and one short. This also stars Tim Faraday as Noel Barrett. He was in Shafted, Skulls, and Relentless. Not the Relentless with Judd Nelson, different one. Francesca Ho as Tessa Barrett. She was in Harvest of the Dead, Halloween Night, and one short. And Dean Jovey. Apparently no relation to Bond. He played Tony Ennis, and he was in Harvest of the Dead, Halloween Night, and one short. Okay, this actually had a budget of £2,000, which translate into American dollars, $2,762.30. All right, let's talk about Devil in the Woods. You have four kids who are in college who have to make a film for their class, and it's going to end up being 60% of their grade. So they're out in the woods trying to find locations when they stumble upon this patch in the woods that they want to record in. By the way, this is a UK film. The scenery is actually beautiful. So they sit down with each other and they're trying to figure out what type of movie to make, whether it be a thriller, whether it be a horror film. And they finally settle on found footage, although this is not a found footage movie. Much like The Dark Half, this is a movie about kids making a found footage movie. So these four kids kind of break down into Tessa is our main character. Now, her mom passed away the year before. She's pretty close with her father, and she has an older sister that works in the film industry. She produces films, and she is writing a script that hopefully her sister will be able to make into a film. So, you have her that is going to be the director and the actor. Her friend Julian, that is also her pretty ambitious. And then you have the other two kids who are two stoners, a boyfriend and a girlfriend, and they just like have no ambition at all, and they're constantly making jokes and goofing off. So after they decide what kind of film they want to make, they have 4 weeks to do it. They decide to come back on Monday and start shooting. Well, I guess it's like padding for the film, but two of them show up, the two ambitious ones show up, the other ones don't, and they get a phone call from the two ambitious ones saying, "Where the heck are you? You're supposed to be here, blah, blah, blah." Meanwhile, you have two other characters in the film that are two police officers. And the one police officer tells a story about the Rose family. In particular, Russell Rose, who is the worst of the family. He apparently got out of jail and killed a police officer and is therefore banished from their house into the woods. But apparently, all these people in the Rose family have been trouble for years. So when they finally get their act together and they go out to make the film, they are stalked in the woods by a bunch of black hooded, cloaked figures with white masks. That's pretty much all I'm going to be able to tell you about it. I'm pretty sure you're aware of where this is going, actually. But and here are the figures in the woods. So this had a really cool twist at the end, one that I actually kind of was expecting, and one that took me a little bit by surprise. Now I'm going to get into my pros and cons. Pros, okay. I like the premise of the story. I thought it was pretty cool. I like that they didn't add anything that was really unnecessary to the film, hence the short runtime. And I like the washed out coloring of the filming itself until they make a bad editing move, which is coming up in my cons. The characters were fairly likable, and the gore, and please bear with me, that they basically had no money to work with. I thought the gore was pretty darn good. So let me get into my cons. This is a B movie, and like I said before, this basically had no money going into it. So, the acting was spotty at times. The lead character, the girl, kind of whined a little too much, and she kind of got on my nerves a little. And, let's see, there's a couple other cons. The score, while I liked it in some parts, in some other parts, it was pretty distracting, and it didn't fit the mood of the film. And then finally, the one thing that I didn't like about the film was the editing. The editing was terrible. They actually switched to the whole movie was basically washed out, so washed out coloring, and I really liked it. Added atmosphere to the film. And about 3/4 of the way through the film, at the same scene, they must have switched to another camera because it was bright and sunny and the colors weren't washed out anymore for the rest of the film. That's a no-no. That's a boo-boo. That's basically my... If you can do better, do better. That's my my critique of the film, that you need to do a better job editing, and the score, like I said, is a little all over the place. Other than that, I actually like this film. I did like the short runtime. I didn't feel like they added a whole lot to it, which I've already said. And that made it a pretty pleasant watch. So definitely check out Bayview Entertainment. Special thank you again. And check out Devil in the Woods. It's a pretty fun, low-budget film. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.